Shalom Yashrala, this is your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth in their root well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here article real quick. I'm probably not going to read this here article, but as you can see, the title of this here article and everything else like that, because we want the video to go out. It's for edification's sake, all right? But nevertheless, these things are, well, just look at the article name, and then we're going to just jump into some scriptures, all right? Because nevertheless, people think that, we just saying certain things or spreading certain types of information and everything else like that, but hey, the proof is in the pudding. So as you can see the top of this here article, all right? Let me see, where is it at? Boom. You can read this here first article right here, all right? But first couple paragraphs. But nevertheless, we've been warning you about these things. People laughed at us and told us, oh, ain't nothing happened, just because certain people get these things, and they don't have reactions, everybody say, oh, see, and everything else like that. But you have to understand that, first and foremost, this was told to the elect, all right? This is how, or not the elect, this was told to the nation of Israel, all right? This is a no-go for us, all right? And just like, people like to think that we're all the same, we're all people and everything else like that. Well, even with, how do they say, science and health will even tell you that the different races of people have different, quote unquote, things that they're allergic to, more or less to say, like as far as foods and things like that. Whereas, we were commanded not to eat swan and everything else like that. And, when you see our people, they'll go and get obese and everything else like that, get diabetes and all these other illnesses. All right, they go to the doctor, and the doctor tell them, hey, man, you can't be eating this here food. You got to cut these foods out. Whereas you'll see a different nation of people eating the same foods, and they don't have really no issues with those things, all right? But nevertheless, we were commanded from the Most High, all right, not to trust our enemies, all right, and not to partake in certain things, all right? I believe they do show a picture of this here scenario. Oh, no, they don't. Where did I click on to see this here picture? But nevertheless, they had a... I thought they had an image of this here inflammation. But nevertheless, you see the article and everything else is going into that, all right? Let's jump into some scriptures here, all right? Matter of fact, well, let me go ahead and read this. This is Sirach chapter 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, so this is one of the things that our people fall into, is trusting our enemy. All right, and, it's a big hypocritical problem when it comes to the fact of our people, on certain terms, they'll be like, oh, you can't trust the man. You can't trust this person. They sneaky people. They taking out of my paycheck. They like to plant drugs in our cars. They like to do all kind of different things. But then when it comes to this scenario, they want to be the ones cutting off your head saying, hey, if you don't go out here and participate with these things, there's something wrong with you. All right. And they know about our history and everything else like that. And some of our people, they want to be, they're willingly ignorant to these things, We'll tell them, like, hey, you know about what happened to us in the history. Oh, stop bringing up old stuff. Stop bringing this up. Stop bringing that up. They're willingly ignorant of these things, but then they want to be caught up into these snares and these traps. All right. But ultimately, we were set up as the watchmen to warn the people. All right. We gave them warning, but if they don't want to turn from their wickedness, hey, the blood is off of our hand. They're going to die in their wickedness. All right. But nevertheless, there is a consequence for following after these ways. All right. Verse 11 says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, so how they would say after the smoke clears, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see that this is the same damn demon from the jump. All right, no matter how he try to dress himself up, all right, and whatever kind of cloak or mask he puts on, all right, at the end of the day, you're going to always be like, you know what, I should have never trusted this motherfucker, man. And this is how our people are always left, left leaving the scene, whether it was in 2008 with the housing market crash. All right. Oh, damn. Our enemy has got our best interest. He wants to make sure that we all get our first homes and everything else like that. But then when your ass, wind up losing everything, you're like, man, we should have never trusted him anyway. These was all scams anyway. You go down there to the buy here, pay here's or the car lots, and they try to quote unquote give you a good deal. Then before you know it, you all stuck in interest, high paying interest rates. All right. And all kind of different things, man. All right. But nevertheless, Hey, this is the same damn demon from Jump Street, man. But our people want to stay unto taking counsel and trusting in our enemies, man. All right. Verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, reprick therein. All right. And so just like in this scenario, you have a lot of our people that are partaking in these things, and then they're getting these adverse effects. All right. And also, you know, some of the things that they're saying that they're being, how do I say, prevented from, you know, meddling with, they're actually finding themselves in these same traps, man. All right. Whereas the people who didn't participate, they seem to be fine as day. All right. But nevertheless, you know, this goes back into trusting in our enemies, man. All right. And, you know, Salaki, I have to keep editing my words because I just recently got a strike over the same shit. But not really talking too much on these things like that. That's why I didn't go into the article, but you can see what was going on. But verse 13, it says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any of such come not to wild beasts? Now, I guarantee these people that were having these adverse effects or just bad side effects, these are the same people saying, pray for me and this, and that. But where was God? Where was, you know, God in your mind, all right, when you ran down here to take counsel from these damn people, man? Let me grab that in the scriptures real quick in Isaiah. It says, woe, Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, all right, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, all right? So, hey, how you asking for basically God's guidance and counsel? All right, pray for me, y'all. Hopefully God will come and save me and everything else like that. But beforehand, you was trusting into the enemy, man. You ran down with him to protect you in these times and the things that we're going through. Oh, you know, you ran to him for protection. Put all your trust into him, and then guess what? Who's going to pity a charmer who's bit with a serpent, man? Because you put your trust into the damn devil, man. All right, into your enemy's hands, man. All right, it's just like, you know, you in a military conflict with the enemies and everything else like that, and you trying to trust his you know, his logistics, you know, and, you know, his information about certain things. Look, this is a safe spot. This is where you need to go to track the enemy. This is where you need to go to get water, where you need to go to get refueled at. Who does that in a battle or a war, man? All right, you don't do that into a battle or a war because you'll wind up losing. Nobody's going to go and trust their enemy. But in this here war that we got going on right now, all right, and it's not like it's oblivious. It's not like, you know, the son of perdition is been revealed, all right? You know, as far as shit, when I was a child and way before I was even born, man, people had already known, you know, that you can't trust this nigga, man, whether they knew who he was according to the Bible or not. I mean, we've had many things, you know, you have some of our so-called woke folks talking about Black Wall Street and how dirty they did us there, the Tuskegee experiment and how bad they did us there and all these different things. All right, all the way up into the Trayvon Martins, the George Floyds, and so on and so forth. But then now all of a sudden they want to turn a blind eye to this damn devil, man. All right. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, and this is what they have going on. So you trying to run from one thing, taking counsel from the damn devil. Now you get plagued with something else. Now you want to reach out to God. But it's like, wait a minute, you should have came to me first. All right. That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's exactly what these people are doing out here. And this is why these stories are coming out. And again, we're not misinforming you about these things. You read the article that they wrote. These Edomites are writing these shits, man. All right, this is actual news that's being reported on. All right, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, now these people are confused and shamed, like, damn, how the hell I'm in a worse predicament? I ain't got what this situation is, but I got something way worse than this, man. A life altering, you know, situation or whatever that's going on with me now. Maybe it's forever, or maybe it's temporary, man. But you know, how do I say? What are the odds of you know, not the odds, but which one is actually worse, man? You know, because I know of some people who apparently you know, got into this here scenario, you know, with this pandemic that's going on, them and their whole household and their whole family, you know, and it was down for about a week or so, something like that, and then they back up and pumping again, man. All right, but nevertheless, these other folks, they got these quote unquote side effects that's way more harmful than that, man. All right, let me go from there to the book of we're not gonna make this too long, we just get to the point. All right, where is it? Revelation 16, Revelation 16 and verse, I'm going to read 1 and 2. It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying, the 7 angels, go your way and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High on the earth. All right. So these are the plagues and the punishments, right? For the what? The disobedience, right? And the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image. So, you know, when you go into this here, the word grievous sore and things like that, all right, it goes into things like pus, all right, or ulcer, things like that, man, an infectious, boil or something like that, man, all right. So, nevertheless, as we're seeing the results of these things happening, all right, we're not conspiracy theorists, we're not misinforming people. We're actually giving you the greatest medical advice that there is from the Most High on high, man. The creator of all these things, man. Whether or not, Esau is the one who was the tool that was used to create these types of things and implement these things. Ultimately, the Most High is the one who put the mind or the mindset inside their minds to do all these things. So he would know what the end game would be of these things, man. He told you not to do this and do that, man. All right, it's just like you setting a mouse trap. And you can talk to the mice like, look, don't go over there fucking with that cheese on that mouse trap, or it's going to be a punishment for that. Now, the mouse want to go over there and eat the cheese. Now, he get his neck broke from the mouse trap. The mouse trap is just a tool. But the person who set the trap knows and understands how the trap is going to work and how it's going to function and what the consequences are of you doing what he told you not to do with this here mouse trap, man. All right, so again, who's going to pity the damn mouse who's going to go stick his neck into the mouse trap? When I already told you not to be fucking with that. That's a trap, man. This is a snare. Yeah, I know the cheese look good. The reward looks great, but this is all fake, man. This is something to catch you up. Oh, I'm starving. I need to eat this here cheese. I'm going to die if I don't this and that. Hey, man, have faith. You can eat some other type of way, man. But you want to go over there and put your neck on the line, and guess what? Your neck just got snapped, man. Who's going to pity that damn mouse, man? All right? Same in this here scenario. All right? Let me go from there to Revelation 14 and I want to say verse 9. All right, and this is going to be the ultimate judgment for this here scenario, because I mean, again, there are going to be some people that want to take in this here, go on a date with Vicky and things like that, and really don't have no adverse effects or anything like that, like these side effects, even though it's still doing something to you internally. You know what I'm saying? Which I was talking to another brother about this the other night, but nevertheless, these things still have their ultimate how do I say their purpose, to serve an ultimate purpose. But ultimately, even if you don't catch a side effect, some people say, oh, I got it, nothing happened to me. Y'all know people who done took that shit too and ain't nothing happened to them. But ultimately, like Apostle Harvey saying, hey, if you take this, you'll take the MOTB, man. All right, and if you take that, this is gonna be your judgment, man. All right, you just think about it this way. They putting this here, your little quote-unquote passport to be able to track you in real time. Guess what else can track your ass in real time? Them thermonuclear missiles. These are smart missiles, man. So, I mean, you're a walking beacon that you can't even turn this damn thing off. You know what I'm saying? So, they're going to be able to catch your ass slipping anyway, even though the whole from coast to coast is going to be turned to the lake of fire. But nevertheless, hey, man, this is your judgment. And as we're getting closer and closer to these days, man, it's becoming more and more evident, man. So, it ain't no turning back from these things, man. It ain't really, this is like one of the things. They say there's only one thing you can't be forgiven of is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is speaking unto you, man. And let me show you how this shit plays out, man. All right, if I'm on a boat, you in the water, you drowning, right? And you screaming, help, 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 help. And I'm like, all right, I got you. I throw a floaty in the water on a string to pull your ass in. And then now you start cussing me out. Oh, you bum ass nigga. You trying to kill me. You trying to hit me with the float to knock me out. You trying to kill me. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to kill you, bro. I'm trying to save you. You screaming for help. I threw a float out on the line to bring you in. And now you accusing me of trying to harm you and kill you with the float. I'm not trying to drown you. I'm not trying to kill you. You just, basically, you blaspheming, bro. I'm trying to save your ass, but you in denial of that. So how can I help you? I'm reaching my hand down into the water to pull you out the water, and you running away from me, man. There's no way possible I can save you out the water if you're in denial or trying to reach for my hand. So the same way in this scenario, man. All right, if I'm telling you, look, don't take this. Don't participate in these things because your ass got a goddamn price tag on your head if you do. The missiles is going to find your ass. You ain't going to be delivered from these things. So you wind up taking this, your ass going to be missile food, man. All right. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in their right hand on their forehead, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, straight, no chaser, man. All right, into a cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and his lamb. So, in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, so ultimately your in judgment is going to be what? Missile food, man. All right, that's what you're going to be a part of, man. All right, so we're out here warning you of these things, man, but yet and still our people still have a blind eye and a clogged ear from hearing these things until it's too late. Then they want to go out and ask for some help, some prayers, salvation. They want to get all religious in those times, man. But the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord early while he may be found, man. All right, you have to be able to, before it's way too late, man. All right, because ultimately we just read the judgment if you take this here MOTB. So it's not like you can go take the MOTB and then be like, oh, Lord, save me at this point in time. The missiles is raining down. No, man, it's too late at that point in time, man. All right, you were supposed to save save yourself at that point in time in that day, man. All right, it's just like anything else in the world. Hey, matter of fact, when you was a young child, you may have had, you, your siblings, your cousins, or whatever, and your parents may have raised you a certain type. I know my parents did this to us. They gave us a little bit of money, here or there. One of us may have wanted to go out and go spend our money real quick, and the first store we ran into, and the other one of us was holding out because we knew we was going to go to the mall or the Walmart or something like that. We were going to spend our money there. But the person who couldn't wait and just go spend all their money up in the first little gas station or, wherever we stopped at, they was just, hey, that's what you want. You made it your decision. You chose to go in there and buy this here stuff from this here little convenience store. Don't be mad when we go to the other store, the better store, and your sibling get to spend their money on better products, and you over here looking all sad face like, oh, man, this ain't fair. No, it's too late to make that decision now. Your money's already spent. All right, you've already made your choice and your decision at the first store. You didn't even wait till you got to the second store to make your decision. So now you just have to deal with that. It's too late now to be wishing you would have saved your money at that point in time because your money's already spent. Your candy's already ate. You know what I'm saying? You done went to the next store. In fact, you didn't already ate your candy or your little food, and you didn't already shitted that out. Now you're going to the other store wishing you still had that same money, but the money been spent. That's already been injected into somebody's account, and you've already ate the candy, man. All right, so now you just have to deal with the judgment that's going to go forth, man. All right, so hey, our hands are wiped clean of this here warning our people, but nevertheless, this is something that you guys are just gonna have to deal with. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord, this here lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and ever will. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong. Shalom.